Hello students, good morning. In this video lecture, we learn some important and the basic concept of the working capital, format of working capital and practical problem. So let us start. Here, working capital management is described as a basis of the concept of balance sheet. In that, working capital is described, that is gross working capital and the net working capital. So what is the main difference between the gross working capital and the net working capital? That is, gross working capital means total of the current assets. While we adding all the items of the current assets is called as the gross working capital, and the net working capital is current assets minus current liabilities. So here these are the examples of the current assets like cash, accounts receivable or the bills receivable, prepaid expenses, raw materials, inventories, that is stock, and the short-term investment. So all these are the type of the current assets. While we adding all the type of the current assets is called the gross working capital. Total of current assets is called the gross working capital, and the net working capital is current assets difference between the current assets and the current liabilities. So current assets minus current liabilities is called the net working capital. This is the format of a working capital. In a working capital, there are some basic conditions and the basic rules. Right? So this is the components of a working capital. There are the two parts are there. First one is the current assets and another one is the current liabilities. In current assets, the first we have to consider the stock in trade. Stock in trade is also called as the inventory. Stock in trade, here the three parts are there. First one is the raw material. Raw material means is nothing but the material from which a product is made. It is used in the primary production or manufacturing of the goods. Work in progress, it means work in progress refers to the raw material, labor and the overheads costs incurred for products that are various stages of the production process. It is also said that semi-finished goods that are still in production process. Right? Next one is the finished goods. Finished goods, it means finished goods are those goods that have completed the manufacturing process but have not been sold or the distributed at the end of the user. So all three are parts of the stock in trade. First one is the raw material, second one is the work in progress, and third one is the finished goods. It is clear. The next is the debtors. Debtors represent the cash amount due to be paid by the customers who have purchased the goods services from a companies. Okay. Prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses are also called as the future expenses that have been paid in advance. For example, prepaid rent, prepaid insurance. And the next one is the cash and bank balance. Cash and bank balance, it means cash is the key point of the working capital management. Company needs to carry sufficient level of cash in order to ensure that can meet day-to-day expenses. So all these are the current assets. It is the part of the working capital, and all these are the current assets is considered as the gross working capital. Next part is the current liabilities. In current liabilities, it is included in the creditors. Creditors means it is the suppliers to whom the cash is owed. And the next is the delay in payment of expenses. Delay in payment of expenses, it means the outstanding expenses are those expenses which have been incurred during the current accounting period and are due to be paid. However, the payment is not made. For example, outstanding wages, outstanding overheads. So these are the current liabilities. Fine. Next part is the net working capital. Net working capital is calculated as total current assets minus current liabilities. Right? Next is the add margin of safety. Margin of safety means a sum of amount which is kept aside for the future unforeseen contingencies. So the last we have to find the required working capital. So it is the format of a working capital. In a format of a working capital, there are the two parts are there. First part is the current assets, another part is the current liabilities. In an current assets, there is the first is the considering as stock of raw material. Second part of the second thing is the stock of work in progress, and the next one is the stock of finished goods. Then afterwards comes the debtors, and next prepaid expenses, and the next one is the cash and bank balance. Here all are the items are the current assets. Current liabilities. In current liabilities is included as the creditors, and second one is the outstanding payment of expenses, either outstanding wages and outstanding overheads. And the net working capital is calculated as the total current assets minus total current liabilities. Afterwards, if the margin of safety is there, so we have to add in the net working capital. So find out the required working capital. This is the format of a working capital. Now we have to solve some practical problem. This is the first problem, but the students, you have to write the problem at your register. Okay, the problem is there. From the following figures, prepare an estimate of the working capital. आपको क्या बोला है बनाने को? एक statement बोला है working capital का. In that, production is given 30,000 units. It means in an year, you have to produce the units amount is 30,000. Selling price per unit rupees 10. Raw material unit 60% of selling price. Direct wages 1/6 of the raw material. Overheads twice the direct wages. It means all these are given in the units. Selling price per unit rupees 10 and the raw material unit is the 60% of selling price. जो selling price है उसके ऊपर कितना % निकाला जाएगा? 60%. Direct wages is the 1/6 of raw material. Whatever the raw material amount is came is the direct wages is 1/6 of the raw material. Overheads twice the direct wages. जो भी wages का amount रहेगा उसका double overheads. Material in hand, it means 2 months requirement. Material in hand, it means the stock of raw materials. कितने months credit period दिया गया है? 2 months. Production time 1 month. Production time, it means the work in progress. Here the credit period given to the 1 month. Finished goods in store is 3 months. Finished goods in store, it means stock of finished goods. And the credit period is 3 months. Credit for material 2 months. Credit for material, it means the creditors, suppliers or the creditors has given the period of the 2 months. Next is the credit allowed to customers. Credit allowed to customer is the 3 months. Credit allowed to customer, it means the debtors had enjoyed the 3 months credit. And the average cash balance equals to rupees 40,000. It means average cash balance is given rupees 40,000. Okay. And the some adjustment is given. The adjustment is wages and overheads are paid in the beginning of the next month. जो wages and overheads है वो हम next month में pay करेंगे. It means the outstanding of a 1 month. Okay. In production, all the materials are charged in the initial state and the wages and overheads occur evenly. It is the some informations which is important in the working capital. It means the जो working capital है उस पे सब properly complete हुआ है. Fine. So this is the practical problem. You have to note down in your registers. So now we have to solve the problem. Okay, the first we want the production units. Production units is the 30,000 units. In this problem, the adjustment is related to the months. So the 30,000 divided by the 12 comes the amount is 2,500 units per month. Yearly production 30,000, but in we want the monthly production, so comes the 2,500 units. Fine. Second working note is the cost sheet. In that cost sheet, first we calculate the raw material units. Raw material units is the 60% of selling price. Selling price amount is 10, in uska 60%. So the amount comes in the 6. Next one is the labor. Labor 1/6 of the raw material. So 1/6 का raw material कितना दिया हुआ है? 1/6 upon 6 comes amount as rupees 1. नेक्स्ट इज ओवरहेड्स. ओवरहेड्स मीन्स द ओवरहेड्स के लिए क्या बोला गया था, ट्वाइस द डायरेक्ट वेजेस. ट्वाइस द डायरेक्ट वेजेस इट मीन्स लेबर दिया गया 1, उसका डबल करेंगे तो ओवरहेड्स कितना आ जाएगा 2. इन जब तीनों को ऐड करेंगे तो हमको क्या मिलेगा, टोटल कॉस्ट ₹9. हाउ, 6 + 1 7, 7 + 2 9. Okay, in that we add the profit. So profit is 1 and the selling price which is given in the problem as 10. Again the cost sheet, raw material 60% of selling price. Selling price is the 10 का 60% comes 6. Labor 1/6 of the raw material. Raw material we have to calculate it now 6, उसके ऊपर 1/6, so labor comes to amount unit as 1. और ओवरहेड्स के लिए क्या बोला गया है, ट्वाइस द डायरेक्ट वेजेस. ट्वाइस द डायरेक्ट वेजेस इट मीन्स लेबर एस 1, उसका डबल करेंगे तो कितना होगा 2. टोटल कॉस्ट होगा 9. टोटल कॉस्ट कैसे निकाला हमने, 6 + 1 7, 7 + 2 9. इन दैट प्रॉफिट वी हैव टू एड इट 1. सेल्स कितना आ जाएगा 10. So this is the working note. Fine. Now we have to move the statement. Okay. So statement of working capital, it means there are the two parts. First part is the current assets, another part is the current liability. So first we clear the current assets part. Okay, in that current assets part, here I write the informations of the problem. It means the raw material, work in progress 1 month, finished goods 3 months, which is easily to solve the problem. So current assets. Okay, first one is the stock of raw material. Fine. Stock of raw material. How to calculate the stock of raw material? In that, first we write the production units. So production units is 2500 into raw material unit. Raw material unit is the 6. Okay, and into the months given. So months कितना given है 2. तो amount कितना आ जाएगा 30,000. Again I am repeating, stock of raw material. How to calculate the first the production unit, second cost sheet unit, and third क्या into करते हैं हम लोग, जो months given रहता है. तो production unit 2500, raw material units 6 और months कितना given है 2. तो amount कितना आ जाएगा 30,000. Fine. Next one is the stock of work in progress. Stock of work in progress, it means the work is not completed, still in process. So taken the 3 units. First unit is the raw material. So raw material, how to calculate the raw material? Okay, first is the production units, it means 2500. Next into the raw material units. Raw material unit कितना दिया गया है 6 into production period देखो कितना months given है 1 और इस into 100%. raw material हम 100% लेते हैं because we have to purchase the goods as full. तो raw material कितना percent लेंगे 100%. comes the amount rupees 15,000. Fine. नेक्स्ट स्टॉक ऑफ वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस में सेकेंड पार्ट कैसा कैलकुलेट करेंगे, लेबर. ओके, लेबर 2500 प्रोडक्शन यूनिट्स, लेबर कितना दिया गया है 1. ओके, इसका यूनिट कितना दिया हुआ है 1 और वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस सेम 1 मंथ, बट इसका हम कितना परसेंट लेंगे 50%. वाई द 50%? बिकॉज द वर्क हैज फुली नॉट completed, still in process. So we don't know how the work is completed. We have to just assume the work is completed at 50%. So taken the labor as 50%. Fine. The amount comes in the 1,250. Next part is the in that overheads. Overheads the overheads calculation. First production units 2500. ओवरहेड्स का यूनिट कितना दिया है 2. यहाँ पे लिखा है हमने 2 इंटू सेम प्रोडक्शन पीरियड कितना मंथ है 1 मंथ इंटू 50%. सेम वे we don't know the how much work had completed, just it is to be assumed the work has completed at 50%. So the amount comes the 2,500. Here we add up the 15,000 plus 1,250 plus 2,500. The amount comes at the 18,750, which is the stock of work in progress. In that stock of work in progress, we have to take in all the 3 units. First one is the raw material, labor and the overheads. Fine. So the next move, the stock of finished goods. Stock of finished good. Here the work has completed. Fine. So we have to take in the stock of finished good at the total cost. So first we take the production units. Production units कितना दिया हुआ है 2500 into total cost 9 and into finished goods देखो कितने months के लिए दिया गया है. Finished goods है stored in the 3 months. So into क्या करेंगे यहाँ पे 3 करेंगे. So the amount comes at the 67,500. इनको multiply करो 2500 into 9 into 3. Amount has come the 67,500. Fine. नेक्स्ट मूव द डेटर्स. डेटर्स को किस पे कैलकुलेट किया जाता है? सेल्स पे किया जाता है. फाइन. तो डेटर्स पहला इसको कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? प्रोडक्शन यूनिट्स. प्रोडक्शन यूनिट कितना दिया हुआ है 2500 कॉमन यूनिट्स. नेक्स्ट इज द सेल्स. सेल्स का यूनिट कितना है 10. डेटर्स को किस पे कैलकुलेट किया जाएगा? सेल्स पे. तो हम सेल्स का अमाउंट लेंगे 10 और डेटर्स को कितने मंथ्स क्रेडिट दिया गया है 3 मंथ्स. सो इनटू 3 करेंगे. द अमाउंट इज कम एज द 75,000. Right? Next, simple cash is given in the problem 40,000. Fine. जब हम इन सबको टोटल करते हैं तो क्या बोला जाता है उनको? ग्रॉस वर्किंग कैपिटल. सो हियर इज द टोटल अमाउंट और द कॉल द टोटल करंट एसेट्स. नेक्स्ट स्टेप, नेक्स्ट सेकेंड स्टेप, लेस करेंगे करंट लाइबिलिटीज. इन दैट करंट लाइबिलिटी first we calculate the creditors amount. So the creditors amount is the first is the production units 2500. Creditors किस पे लिया जाएगा? रॉ मटेरियल. क्रेडिटर्स इट मींस सप्लायर. वी हैव टू परचेज द गुड्स. क्या परचेज किया है हमने? रॉ मटेरियल परचेज किया है. तो यूनिट कौन सा लिया जाएगा? रॉ मटेरियल का. इनटू कितना मंथ्स है क्रेडिटर्स को? 2 मंथ्स दिया है. सो इनटू क्या किया हमने? 2 किया. द अमाउंट कम एज द 30,000. फाइन. नेक्स्ट, आउटस्टैंडिंग वेजेस एंड ओवरहेड्स के लिए बोला गया था, पेड इन द बिगनिंग ऑफ द नेक्स्ट मंथ. इट मींस द आउटस्टैंडिंग कितना मंथ बोला है? 1 मंथ बोला है. हाउ टू कैलकुलेट द आउटस्टैंडिंग वेजेस? सेम. प्रोडक्शन यूनिट्स 2500 इनटू ये देखो लेबर आउटस्टैंडिंग वेजेस कितना है 1 इनटू क्या करेंगे 1 मंथ. सो अमाउंट कम्स द 2500. नेक्स्ट देखो आउटस्टैंडिंग ओवरहेड्स. आउटस्टैंडिंग ओवरहेड्स कैसे निकाला जाएगा? प्रोडक्शन यूनिट्स 2500 इनटू ओवरहेड्स यूनिट कितना दिया गया है 2. ओवरहेड्स यूनिट 2 इनटू कितना मंथ्स करेंगे 1 मंथ. सो अमाउंट कम्स एज द 5,000. सो टोटल करंट लायबिलिटीज कितना हो जाएगा? 37,500. करंट एसेट्स कितना आया हमारा? 2,31,250 और करंट लायबिलिटी कितना निकला? 37,500. Okay, this is the final solution of a working capital. So, statement of a working capital or the estimate of a working capital. In that 3 columns are there. First column is the particulars and second column is the second and third column is the amount column, inner column and outer column. In that statement of working capital, first we have to write the current assets. Okay, current assets, in that we have to calculate the stock of raw materials. So stock of raw material amount is the 30,000. Fine. Next we have to calculate the stock of work in progress. Stock of work in progress, in that we have to take the raw material units, labor unit as well as the overheads units. So the amount come as the 18,750. Okay, fine. Next is the stock of finished goods. Stock of finished goods we have to calculate and the amount comes as the 67,500. Stock of finished goods have taken the goods as the total cost. Fine. The next is the debtors. Debtors we have to calculate at the sales and the amount comes in the debtors 75,000. Okay. Next is the cash. Cash is given in the problem. The amount is the 40,000. Fine. So we have all the added, all the current assets comes the amount as the gross working capitals. So total amount comes as the 2,31,250 while we are adding the all the current assets. So the gross working capital comes as the 2,31,250. In that all these are the current assets. The next part is the less or minus current liabilities. In that current liabilities, first we have to calculate the creditors. The creditors amount as the 30,000. Creditors it means the suppliers. So we have to take on the unit as the raw material. So the amount comes as rupees 30,000. Next one is the outstanding wages. Outstanding wages, the amount comes as the rupees 2,500. And the Next unit, we have to calculate the outstanding overage. The amount comes is the 5,000. So these are the current liabilities. In that 30,000 plus 2,500 or 5,000. So total current liability is 37,500. In that statement of working capital, so we have to calculate the net working capital. So net working capital is calculated as the current assets minus current liabilities. So the amount comes at the 1,93,750. How it is come? Total of current assets minus current liability. So the working capital is 1,93,750. Okay. Hope you all have understood the problem. Do more and more practice so that the concepts will get more clear. We will discuss more similar problem in the coming lectures. Till that, take care of yourself and do self practice. Thank you.